Hello everyone, Znurify here, and today I am playing Dawngate, a wonderful new MOBA made by Waystone Games and published by EA. Now, this is a game I've been playing for, I kind of got into over the last month or two, and we kind of did some stuff on it at Gamescom, met some of the devs, and now I thought I would start making some videos on it, because it truly is a very different kind of MOBA. I mean, if you're not a fan of MOBAs and you're thinking of just switching this video off, I urge you not to, because this is not like League of Legends, it's not like Hon, it's not like Dota, it's not like Strife, it's not like... Well, I suppose it's probably quite similar to Strife. But it's very easy to play, but it still has a very high skill cap. And I thought I would just kind of give you a brief rundown of how the game works and what the deal is. And then I'll probably go into a bot game and show you what it's all about. So, okay, so much like every other MOBA, you've got the actual characters. In this case, they're called shapers, and you can unlock them with the real money currency or the currency you earn. It does take quite a while to earn the currency, but I think that's alright because, you know, there's not a huge amount of characters at the moment, so it kind of balances out, if you catch my meaning. There's skins as well, there's quite a lot of skins, and the quality of the art in this is very, very good, and the models, I mean, I love this skin. It's so shiny. And if you go to the lore of a character, they will actually read it out.
Dear Queen Sarian, thank you for the recent shipment of books. I've long since finished the ones I brought with me.
You get the idea. And then you got your abilities and their attributes. So as you can see here, it does say what they are best at. Or not necessarily what they're best at, but what their main roles are meant to be. But then you can kind of change that, depending on how you build them. And then you've got ward skins, like in other MOBAs. You can get different announcers for the various champions. And I'll get to Spirit Stones and Sparks now, actually. So if you go on to loadouts, then this is basically the equivalent, if you've played League of Legends, of a rune page. I'm not sure if there's something like this in Dota. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Might be, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Basically, these are kind of stat bonuses you can give yourself for the beginning of the game to give you an edge. And so I'm just going to refer back to League of Legends here, but you usually they usually have a blank rune page, and then you fill it with runes that give you various bonuses. In this, you make the actual page out of these spirit stones, and so it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, trying to find which ones fit in the most efficient way to give you the best bonuses. You've got ones that gives you passives here, so increased movement speed, all of this kind of thing. And then you've got the smaller ones which slot in the other places. So this is what a health one I use. It's not the greatest, I kind of threw it together, but the idea is that it gives me a large amount of power and a large amount of health. See this, I think it's this one. So if I fill all the slots correctly, because if I remove, oh, did not mean to do that. If I remove all the sparks, you see these are all blue sockets. So I only get the bonus from the stone if I fill all of those sockets with the right colour. And a lot of sockets are for any colour as well, so you don't have to worry about... There we go. There we go. And then you can do this or whatever. And much like in other games that use this system, you can purchase additional ones for either currency. And it's not a bad price, to be honest. It's quite reasonable. Okay, so the leaderboard is this game's current version of ranked. There is no multiplayer ranked at the moment, so you can't make a team. Although they will definitely add that. I mean, I get the impression even from talks from some of the devs at Gamescom that they're planning on doing that. So that should be good. So basically, once you've played 50 solo games, you start to get a leaderboard ranking, and then the better you get, the higher up you go. It's pretty similar to kind of the way they used to do it. Lore, again, is in a lot of other MOBAs. What's interesting in this is that the community gets to pick a vote. So this was the last one. They picked a Knife in the Dark. and then if you play the included champion, so I think it was Fenmore, you get extra votes towards that, and then what the outcome is determines what skin comes out and where the lore goes from there. So the community is actually being able to actively kind of choose where they want the game to go. And of course you've got the profile section where you can see all this technical schizwas. Only played 40 games. Well, no, I've only won 40 games. Probably played about 70. But yeah, so now all that's left to do is play a game. Okay, so if you want to play a game, it's very simple. You click play, and they've added practice mode, which is what I'll go into just for ease of recording, which is basically a bot game. There's no multiplayer bot game at the moment, but still it's good. The Europe servers are up. It's a weird thing, the servers for Dawngate, because the North American servers, it says you have a ping of about 100, but it's just completely unnoticeable. Like that, you don't notice any delay whatsoever. I don't know if it's because it's giving a false negative or what it is. So don't feel sad about getting 100 ping, because I'm pretty sure you're not. But the Europe servers, however, I get about 8 ping on those, and that's the lowest I get on anything, to be honest. So that's good. And versus is what you would click to play normally. So there's no normal and ranked, it's just games. And obviously the high up you get on the leaderboard, you'll be playing against higher level people, kind of like Elo. So if we go practice Dawngate, okay, so these are the 4 roles, which I'll just quickly gloss over once I've chosen who I'm going to play. I think I will play Nissa. Okay, so down here, these are the 4 roles in the game. Gladiator is good for carries, tactician supports, hunter is for junglers, and predator is for assassins. And they each have their own bonuses. That is what makes them good for those roles. And the reason why it's down here is so you can tell everyone else in the game that that's what you want to play, and then after you've done that, you click choose. And it's filled them in because it's a bot game. And in a normal game, they wouldn't all have tactician. It's just, I think they've done that to make it nicer on the practice mode. And you can choose your... I think I'll probably just go with my current ones, actually. Yeah. And then you pick all of that, and then you go here. And then you pick your skin, you pick your announcer, and you pick your ward skin. It's worth mentioning that this ward skin here and the Nissa skin I'm using here, I'm going to be doing giveaways for, so keep an eye out. Okay, so here I am in the game. There is no loading screen in this game, it just instantly goes in. So you got your spells, much like in other movies. You can just choose them with control and then the key. I'm going to go for this. The spellbook is like some of the spells from League of Legends.
Don't worry, Lady Amaranth. I'll keep them away from you.
I am glad to have you by my side.
Those creepy little guys come out in 30 seconds.
Okay, if you're wondering who just spoke just then, I have a custom announcer. So, yeah. These are like universal spells. So you pick them depending on what role you're playing. I'm going to be going for Drain, which is kind of like steals life off them, puts it on you. Okay, now the way the items work is you've got these starting items, so think of it like the primary colours, because you can get every single
I bet
colour.
they have gross, drippy tentacles behind the masks.
So you can get every item in the game from these. So these are all the health related items: armor, magic resist, power, which is the universal kind of damage resource, haste, and life drain. So I'm just going to go for power, I think. And head out. This is the equivalent of the kind of base or the nexus or the core or whatever you want to call it, and it's kind of like a boss fight at the end of the game. I won't play a whole game now, I'll just play enough to give you a gist of what the game's like. So as you see, there's 2 lanes, and the orange dots are buffs and the brown ones are just normal jungle camps.
On Altai's halls.
Okay. You gotta love bots. Okay. So it's much like other MOBAs in terms of like how it plays. There's nothing really new you have to pick up. It's just it's worth pointing out that the bots system is very new, so they might be a bit derpy. Just heads up. Okay. Oh god, I'm terrible at farming. You can damage another tower. Okay, so while that's going on, in the corners you would have seen these 4 circles, and these have these little workers, and they generate your passive income. So here, this is how much we're getting each tick, and if we control more, then we get more.
Knives out.
Damn it.
Ooh, somebody died, loser.
So basically, kind of early-ish in the game, it's nice to be able to control these, and you see there's like a pattern on the outside. That's when it gets to the end, it would have unlocked, and then you can capture it.
Yes.
Kind of like Twisted Tree Line in League of Legends. Get messed up by support. It is Rainer though. Okay.
Death.
Okay. So as I said, this ward skin here, and the skin I'm using now, and the actual character unlock, both of these I'm going to be giving away codes for, so stay tuned for that.
My true Viraga.
Okay.
We killed somebody! Yay! Us!
Teeth bared.
Okay. Alright.
Slay them.
What is going on over here? Right, so I'm currently playing as a gladiator. So basically get 200% of gold that you would usually get from killing lane minions. So you basically boost your farming potential. If you were a hunter, then you would get extra gold from, I think it's extra gold from jungle minions. Assassins get extra gold from actual kills and killing the little workers at the wells. And tactician means that you get gold, you get more gold from minions that die near you that you don't kill. So basically it's kind of like something, I can't remember what it is. Okay. So it's very, oh yeah, that's another thing I should point out. There's no mana in this game at all. Like some champions, like the one I'm playing now, have their own kind of special
That's what you
resource.
get for whatever you did!
But there's no kind of straight resource for everyone, and because of that, the games are very intense, and there is a lot of poking going on in lanes, which is actually really good. It works a lot better than you'd think it would. Okay.
Fly through Viraga.
Okay. And wards are free. If you haven't already noticed, it's like a trinket in League of Legends, you can just put it down. Now in the middle here is the parasite. This is kind of the equivalent of the big guy in Dota or Baron, and it's basically a monster that grows bigger and bigger throughout the game, and it's kind of like a boss fight that gets harder and harder. And if you kill him, you get the buff similar to, he basically buffs up your stats and spawns kind of like super minions,
One of us
which
got killed by a big meanie!
make it a lot easier to push lanes. So that's something that is highly contested during games.
Slay them.
Okay.
To the kill.
turn them into a big,
Right.
messy splorch.
Dead. I release.
Face.
Okay. I think I'll head back now and show you the shop in detail. If you're wondering what this is, it's just one of my passives. Squirrel follows me around. Okay. So you can back just like in most MOBAs. There's no couriers or anything. So basically you have your kind of suggested items up here, but I don't really use them. So if I was to go into power, I'm presented with these. Now might goes into items that stack with your farm. Command is ones that give you just a large amount of power. Aggression is defense, penetration and power, and control is kind of CC or movement, and then force is mastery and power. Mastery
Hey, they're
is
attacking our binding.
mastery is crit chance, or if it's a spell, it has a chance to do percentage of the damage again that the spell did. So I'm just going to go to aggression here. Actually, I'm going to go for command.
We
Go into
kicked him in
time.
the other knee.
Yes, we did. Go into time here, and then I'll be able to build it into energy and then into potency. So the way the items work is very intuitive once you actually understand how it works, but it is quite daunting right at the beginning. If you're wondering what these kind of cores are around the boss, they are for each of his abilities that he does when the final fight comes. So you have to destroy all of those different cores and then him to win the game.
Teeth devour.
Okay.
We blew up a binding real good.
Face.
Real good. Right. It's my
That's
ult.
what you get for whatever you did.
See.
Ah.
Free.
So yeah, like in most MOBAs, you get your ultimate at level 6,
On all ties pause.
and this game is very easy to play. Even if you've never played a MOBA before and you're sitting there thinking, oh, I quite like the look of this,
So be it.
it won't take you long to get the hang of it. It really won't. Okay.
What's gray and falls apart? They're binding.
So the towers work much like, well,
You
exactly
lost
the same
somebody.
as towers in other games. You just gotta work your way all the way to their base, and then destroy what's in their base, and kill all of their dudes. Have a good time.
Let's get silenced.
Oh, flipping hell. Okay.
To the kill.
Silenced.
Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. I do not want to be killed by a bot. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay.
Stop
One last
hitting
thing
our binding, jerks.
that is worth mentioning is the surrender conditions in this game, because they're a lot better than in other MOBAs. In other MOBAs you usually have to wait till a certain time that has passed in the game, so it's usually about 20 minutes. And that's the same in this game as well. However, if a team is too far ahead on kills in relative to the other team, then the team with the lower kills can surrender when that happens. But I'm not talking just slightly ahead, I'm talking if the other team is like ridiculously fed, then the other team can
We
surrender
killed somebody.
early,
Yay, us.
which I think is a really good thing. And also, if a member of the game is disconnected for too long, then you can leave the game then as well. Oh sorry, it allows you to surrender early. So similar to what Dota does.
On all ties pause.
Come on. Oh, there's no tower there.
A winner is you.
Go on. Ah. Okay. What's going on down here?
So be it.
Yeah, you show 'em.
Kill them all!
Hey, 2 kills. Nice.
Okay.
Did you see the look on their faces?
Dead.
Come at me. That's another thing I should also point out. This game is very kind of adult, so they haven't really cared about, you know, like making sure they don't have anything like slightly rude or offensive or no swear words or anything. Because of children, they've put all of that in. You know, champions swear, they
To the kill.
insult each other, they do all that kind of funny stuff. So it's good to see that like they're not giving in to, you know, wanting younger players. They're just making it awesome. I think I'll get the haste buff
We kicked him in the other knee.
if I can. And as you probably already noticed, everything is smartcast in this game. So there's no targeting reticule. I mean, you can turn it on, but by default it is off. But I actually find it's a lot better to use smartcast. So if we get potency, and this is the 3rd tier of item. That's the final thing I wanted to show you. And this is kind of like where you can't
One of
upgrade
us
the
got
items
killed
anymore.
by a big meanie.
And so this particular item is called potency, and it basically means that whenever I do damage to an enemy with a single target ability, so yeah, it will do X amount of damage to them plus 6% of the target's current health, so it's basically a tank shredder.
Our tower thingy is under attack.
Okay. And we'll just head down here and then we'll call it a day. Okay.
Wait.
There we go. If you saw that lightning that just popped down when I hit him, that was potency there. Alright.
Silence.
Oh, that does not do much damage early game. Right.
Let's get messy.
Okay. And I think we'll just take this well, just to show you what that looks like. So you can kill all these workers and get gold from doing so. You get more if you're an assassin.
We took a wow. That's good, right?
Okay, so that's about it with this first kind of not so quick introduction to Dawngate. I'm going to be doing a lot more kind of actual multiplayer videos on this, and as I said before, look out for the giveaways I'm going to be doing for this skin and the ward skin I placed up there, and it also will
Oh,
come
one of
with
us
the
died. Boo.
special Gamescom icons. So I've been Zanurify. Please do follow, like, or subscribe if you enjoyed. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to comment or send me a message through YouTube or Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.